Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Ready to Love, episode 6 of whatever season this is. Thank y'all for who are watching the live, and also thank you for everyone who watches the replay because it's Sunday. So I wanted to get this done because I did not get it done Friday or Saturday. So again, we have to get the videos out. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. We're going to have a great week coming up and everything and whatnot. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to also like the video. Okay, either on your way in, on your way out, or while you're in here, please click the little like button and everything because it helps all the time. You can also comment in the comment section while on the live or even on the replay and stuff. Okay. Do not forget to also relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. And as always, inhale and exhale because it helps to keep the throat punches away. Okay. You can also follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. It's right down there in the bottom of the screen, y'all. It's also in the description box. But yes, I am here, bright and everything and whatnot. Okay, so let's get started on the review. I do not want to take all that long, but again, hello to everyone live and replay all together. Okay, so we see a lot of dates that happen on this episode and whatnot. But we see the ladies meeting up to chit chat with Tommy, okay, because the ladies have the power this week and everything. Okay, now Tommy, I want y'all to sit here and close your eyes, okay, and imagine the guy who is your number one. Who is your number one, ladies? Oh, my number one is so and so. All think about the number one. Okay, fine. Don't go out with them. Okay, go out with somebody else. Explore other options. I like how he told them, y'all came here. You cannot be coming here and consistently still dating the same person you would date out in the outside work. Okay, don't do that here. Don't do that. Okay, But they have to figure out, okay, who is my number one? Because I can't date that person. So who else can I go out with? I'm like, figure it out. Okay, figure it out. Now let's get into the people of it all. Okay, we seen Alexis on her date. She's like, AJ is my number one. Okay, and I don't mind going out with my number two. And who was her number two? Her number two is Ronald. Okay, Alexis and Ronald go on a little date, little putt date. Let me say this: I do not like her outfit. I did not like her outfit. It was the ruffles for me. Okay, the ruffles for me and the boots did not go together. I know she called herself Alexis Fly. This wasn't fly. This wasn't flat. This was as if a newborn baby clothes grew up with them, but they are babies still, and they got the ruffles. Okay, the ruffles around the neck and down the sides did not sit well with me. And then boots were not, putt golf friendly. I was like, no, ma'am. Now, had she not had the ruffles, and just had the outfit itself, that would have been cute. Because I don't mind a jogger and a little crop top. That would have been cute. She could have had a thing unzipped a little bit, so a little bit cleavage, and then that's it. The boots, no ma'am. Okay, the boots, no ma'am. The boots, no. Okay, no. Just no. And I feel like I'm fly right now. It's like, no. But it show how people can have a bit of style, but not enough of style. Those boots would have been cute with something else besides these joggers. Okay, and there's these ruffles. Okay, no, I didn't like it. And I just had to bring it up. Anyway, they on a little date. Okay, and I was like, okay. Now he hold her all close around the waist, close to the bosom. Okay, they smiling and whatever. I'm like, girl, I guess so. If you like it, I love it on a Tuesday, not a Wednesday. But she liked it on this day. And again, I like how you holding me. And now I bet you are. I bet you do, Alexis. Girl, she like that man. I don't know why. Anyway, they playing putt and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And she brings them up, I am a woman of God. Okay, I am in my faith. I love God. That is who I am. He then said, you know what, I live like a rock star. Okay, I live the rock star lifestyle. So I don't really have much of a spiritual past. And I was like, okay, at least he's being honest. And then she said, you know what, that's what attracts me to you. I say, wait a minute. You a woman of God in your faith, and what attracts you to this man is that he doesn't have a spiritual past and he lives like a rock star. I'm like, how does that don't go together? 2 + 2 is always 4. This is 5. Okay, this is 5. But I'm gonna leave that be and whatnot. Okay, but she brings up how I get priestly king vibe for you. Okay, like I can follow, you can lead me, and I ain't gotta worry about where you taking me to. I said, girl, don't do that. Don't do that, okay? I can lead you into happiness. I'm like, can you, Ronald? Can you really? Because you've been single for a while, bro. If you can lead people to happiness, why you not happy already? I don't like people who speak game. He's spitting game to her, and she's soaking it up. So that's why her hair always look wet, because she's always soaking up stuff. Anyway, so they then discuss who their number ones are, because again, at this point in the game, they trying to figure out everyone's trying to figure out who they really want. What's going on here and whatnot. Okay, now she brings about, usually I go for guys like AJ. AJ's my number one, but I feel like I need to date different people. Yes, you do. Date different people, wear different clothes. Okay, he brings up how he usually goes for women like Chrysanthemum. Okay, but he wants to date her. He wants to date Alexis. I was like, but do you really? Do you? Because they have never went on a date before. They've only had a lot of conversations, and that's really it. Hey, boo. But yeah, they've only had conversation, not an actual date. So this was their first actual date together. And I'm like, on y'all first date together, he got his hand on your bosom, near the boob of it all, near the possible nipple. I was like, I don't want no man who I just went on a date with for the first time put his hand near my breast, okay? Because that can lead to doing it. And I won't do what you did yet, but that's what they was going to be. We might do it in the car if the cameras go away. That could possibly happen. But again, her number one is AJ. His number one was Chrysanthemum, but not no more. And they may want to date each other. I was like, well, figure it out, because I don't know. Now we then see Amber go out with AJ. And I was like, why you want to do that? Who wants to go out with AJ? No, I'm not going to say that. Because, look, AJ is not a bad looking guy. AJ is handsome, but I do feel like Amber read him right. He on some bullshit, okay? He up here making up things, okay? And they met up at a little park to chit chat or whatever, sitting all close. Okay, but I do feel like she was giving him a chance because, as she said, I feel like he gives Playboy vibes, and I hope he comes off differently on this date because again, he be running game on people, and I ain't for it. Okay, now he asked her who she likes and how are they just now going out together, and she like, I like Chris with a K, and I like Ron. Okay, those are my top two or whatever. He like, see, I'm not even your top two. She says, well, no, because I'm saying we never talked much before today. And she was like, look, it seems like you are unapproachable, okay, a bit arrogant or whatever, and like you look good, so you do not have to try a lot. And I'm like, that's true. AJ leans into his hey baby, the deep voice, the good face, the good skin, the thick beard. He leans into the things that makes him very attractive. But as a person, he's a fuckboy. As a person, he's arrogant. As a person, he has not had to do much to get women because once he gets them to go on a date, they realize, oh, he ain't shit. We don't like him. He a fuckboy leaning into his handsome ways, and a lot of people do that. Him and Chrysanthemum is the same. They both. Let me turn a minute. Anyway, back on AJ. So yeah, I like how Amber told him by himself. He was like, well, damn, ain't nobody, because he used to being attractive and no one reading him for what he is, but Amber did. And then he brings up, okay, well, let me, work on that because I hear you. Okay, I hear you. I'm saying, I'm in the hot seat. Yes, you are. You deserve to be. Now, he said he's going to step his game up, okay? And she like in her confessional, he not my type. He not for me, but this was fine. Okay, I can leave because it wasn't even a date. It was a meeting in the park. Okay, it could be porn. I'm going to leave that be because I don't want them doing porn. But again, look, they was in the park just sitting chilling. That was it. Little coffee. He wasn't even really dressed. Okay. I mean, he dressed like he going to get some coffee from Starbucks, but again, I was like, it could be better. But let's move on past them two people to the next date that we see. Chrysanthemum sets up a date with Chris with a K. Okay, because she like, I want to get to know people. I don't like the fact that I do not have a backup since I'm not anyone's number one. I'm like, your thing should not be trying to find a backup. It should be, why don't nobody like me that much? Is it me, God? Is it me, Jesus? Let me know, God. It may be. It just because she's a beautiful woman, but it's a reason she's single. Okay, it's because she leans too hard on her beautifulness. In fact, I'm European. Is it European, Italian? She's something with whiteness in it. Okay, because my mom, what is it? Is it European? I think it may be Italy, Italian. Anyway, so she brings up how she likes Chris. I like the date look though. I like how they go for dress. I like how she kind of matches the billboard thing behind her. It was a nice, cool, let's meet up and chit chat type of thing, and I like that. Now I don't like tables that ain't up to my boob for me to eat on. I don't want to bend down to eat. I think that's weird, but again, it's fine. But again, they sit up there chit chatting and stuff. And she said how because he seems very, very calm. He's a calm, cool, debonair man, and I like that. And so she's like, maybe he can calm me down. I'm like, but you're not even hype. You know what I'm saying? Chrysanthemum isn't a hype woman. Chrysanthemum just likes to be feisty when she feels as if the men around her are not giving her that much attention. She wants, oh, you don't like me? I can't. It was bullshit. Okay. Anyway. So he brings up how he had tried to talk to her. He tried to reach out to her, but she just kind of played him left or whatever. And so he's like, you know what? Okay, we not meant to be or whatever. I'm going to stop trying. Because again, she felt like she didn't need to date Chris because, oh, I can get with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. I don't have to even attempt to get to know Chris. Well, now you have to because no one else wanted you. Now, when they're talking or whatever, she brings up how, she grew up in Italy. Her mama, until she was 7, her mama wanted an Italian baby, so she fucked some man in Italy or whatever and had her, and how she did not have her father around until about 6 years ago, and her mama is not affectionate. But we know that because she isn't either. Yes, I do think she's a bit conceited, but also not as conceited. She don't even realize that she needs to be more than a pretty face. Okay. Let's see. Chris has not been making any connection with anyone. I don't believe she likes Ron at all either. Honey, who knows? Anyway, but he brings up how, when she brings about her father, that she did not her father, that he and his father was weird too, because his father denied him basically his whole life. And so one day somebody called him and said, hey, your daddy dead. Can your daddy dad or whatever? And so that's hard for him too. So they was talking about that stuff, but it wasn't even really a date, okay? Because there wasn't any sparks flying. It didn't seem like there was any attraction either on either end. But we know this was Chrysanthemum's last ditch effort to try to get her at number one, or at least someone as a backup in case the people who don't really want her really don't want her. And I'm not to put Chris as a backup, but not even put forth any effort to make him like you. Like it was because you set the date up. So I'm looking like if you need a backup, at least put some meat on your hook and catch him or whatever. But she didn't want to do that. Okay. So Chris, like, let me can I read the situation? Can I read us right now? She's like, sure. He's like, I think it's like 70-30. Like 70% of you likes me. But that 30% is like, no way. And the reason I felt like, if somebody said, because I was on Twitter, well, if she likes him 70% of the time, the 30 shouldn't matter. Well, it matters when she puts forth the 30% more than the 70. You know what I'm saying? She was not putting forth any I like you-ness. It was like we had a restaurant with some food and some drink. Let's sit here, talk about me being Italian halfway. And that was it. Yeah. Friends bonding over daddy issues. That's what it was. But Chris, like, look, Amber is still my number one. Chris is focused on Amber. And again, I was worried about that because, again, that's the same thing Chris did last season. He focused on Nehemiah, and then Nehemiah ass went crazy and left his ass alone. So, again, I hope Amber does not do that. But, again, he's like, I came here on the date and whatnot. It did not work out. Amber is still my number one, and I'm going to leave that be because, again, she's pretty, she's a DA, and that's money, baby. Not saying Chris is a money hungry broke man, but I mean, a part of me feel like he don't mind having a woman who has money. Anyway, we then see Amber sets up a date with Joelle, Joelle, and I was like, okay, look, Joelle is attractive. He has an accent. He seems cool, calm, and debonair. He seems secure in his manhood. He also seems sensitive too. He has a lot of different qualities that you don't see in many men who are single, who seem nice. I'm waiting for the other shooters. It got it. Maybe his feet stink. Maybe his dick small. I don't know. But I feel like it has to be something wrong with him. He can't be like this good or whatever. It's gonna be girl, feet stink, dick small. Maybe you can't wash dishes right. I don't know, but it's gonna be something. Anyway, they're gonna let date together. Boom, pow, pow. And they both look attractive, having a good time or whatever. And she brings up how her and Joe, there's a physical attraction between them, but she doesn't know if it's romantic or not. Is it romance or is it just physical? And it's a good observation to know I want to bang this man, but will it go anything past me banging him? Because he looks good, I look good, and our cooch and penis want to meet up or whatnot. But how does our hearts work together or apart? I want to know that. And so they chatting or whatever. He discussed losing his wife and how that was hard for him, how he had to overcome that, how he was it took him time to even be able to talk about losing his wife, but he's in a better headspace now. He always felt, even through his grief, that he deserved to find love again. Some people lose a spouse and they like, I'm gonna die alone. I don't need nobody else. I'm happy that he realized life did not have to end just because he lost his wife. He wants to keep on living. But so they're talking or whatever, and he asked her, like, how does she feel about, because she asked him how his day went, and he said, it's better now with you, baby. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, so he also asked her a good question, in my opinion, because, again, they are 11 years apart in age. She's 31, he's 42, and, he like, how would you feel dating someone who's 11 years older than you, who also has, 2 children who lost their mom? And the thing is, people have to realize dating a man with kids is one thing. Dating a man with kids who lost a mother is something different because there are things and emotions within them kids that she would have to handle. Okay, and that's what the key thing was questioned. And I like how she said, "I'm not trying to replace their mom. I would never come in and try to do that." But I like kids. I have um not affection. She said I have a loving whatever. I forgot what she said. She can handle it. I forget anything what you said. But again, nurturing. I have a nurturing spirit. Okay, and I would not try to replace their mom. So again, a good conversation was being had by them. He also brings up how and typically he would not date someone as young as her because again, 11 years is a nice time span. If that's not what you used to dating, and it's not like he's 51 and she's 41 or 51 and she's 52. She's her early 30s, meaning she is going to grow and change over the next 11 years. She's not going to be the same person she is now at 31 when she is 41. Okay. And he's already probably set in his ways a little bit. So that could cause, a dynamic to happen or whatnot. But he also realized how she does not she's not a typical 31-year-old person. She carries herself as an older person anyway, so that's why probably likes her. Anyway, so they vibed. Okay, a good time's been had between them. He did. Well, she's fine. She looked real good. But he then said, but so does Renisha. Okay, his thing is him saying, I like Amber. I like Renisha. I like them both. Okay, so they had to figure things out. Now, on the beginning of the day, he kissed her on the cheek. Okay, and then at the end of the day, she said, if it's a good day, I may kiss you back. And she also kissed him on his cheek or whatever. I feel bad for kissing him because I haven't even kissed Chris. I don't count kiss on the cheek as kisses at all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a kiss. You kiss people on the cheek at church. Hey, Sister Madison. And that's it. Like, I don't think a kiss on the cheek matters that much. Sometimes it's a greeting or, all right, girl, bye. Look, ain't that bad. Now if you kissing everybody as if you like them in that way, that's different. But a good little sad thing ain't that much to you. Now, lip kiss or a kiss right here on the side of the lips, that's different. Okay, it gotta be the full cheek. Full cheek means nothing, but side of the lip, that's personal. Don't do that. Anyway, the next little group, not group, the next date we see. First of all, like the video. Okay, do that, please and thank you. If you have not done it already, take a moment to do what? Like the video because I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, give you 5 little seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Anyway, the next date we have up is not a surprise to me, but I was like, what for? Who, what, when, where, why, and how is this needed? Jason and Liz. I do not like them as a couple. Okay, this gives me mother-son vibes. Okay, so not that she seems old or he seems young, but something about this is mother-son to me. Okay, like he seems too young. She seems too mature for this to work. Okay, it's like mommy, daddy issues, and I don't like it at all. So they gonna little date. Okay, they was a little Ferris wheel or whatever, had a little dinner. I feel like they was at like an amusement park or some sort, or like a carnival or whatever. Because again, it was sitting around a little ride and then getting on a little ride or whatever. But bam, bam, boom. So she makes it clear that David is her number one. She really likes David or whatever. David is her top choice, and that's it. Okay. However, because Jason asked her out or whatever, or just felt the need to like kind of pursue her, she wants to give it a chance or whatever. So I was like, I guess so. Now I feel like Jason only liked her a more because he saw her at the masquerade ball with her titties out, thighs out. Okay, it was titty thigh meat everywhere, and now he wants to date Liz. Liz is a beautiful woman. We can't negate that or whatever. She's only 40 years old. He's only 36, and I was like, whatever. She asked him if, how he feels about, abstinence or not having sex before marriage, because that's her go-to thing. I'm not trying to bang y'all. I'm going to bang the person I'm going to marry or whatever. And I can appreciate him, saying, oh, I would support you in that. It would be hard, but I would support you in that. And, I'm saying, if that's what you want to do, because we're gearing towards marriage. And what I heard him say was, if we just dating for nothing, I don't want to not have sex with you. Okay. But if you're trying to really be with me, then okay, I will abstain because I want to make sure that we're going into the married territory. And I was like, I mean, I guess so, but he's a little baby. Okay, he little baby. He little baby. And when she asked him if he, has an issue dating older woman, I was like, you're not older than him. 40 and 36 can be very close in age. Okay, I'm 39. And I feel as if would I date someone who's 35, 36, I would because it's not that much difference. As long as the person you're dating is mature for their age. I don't want a 30-year-old guy who acts 26. He acts 27. So the reason that's a valid question to me because he doesn't act like an adult, grown ass, hard 36-year-old man. How I see other men do it. Like a man to me who was 36, but firm in who he is like Aldous Hodge. Okay, even like Lance Gross, even like Chadwick Boseman, even like Michael B. Jordan. I do feel like those men carry themselves with a aura of I'm a grown ass man. No matter my age, I'm a grown ass man. No need to worry about me. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, so I have no issue with your age. They write very well. Now he pulls her in for a kiss. And the reason I did not like was because I felt like was at the moment, but she didn't pull away. Okay. And she kind of leaned into it or whatever. But I was like, I mean, whatever. um I also didn't like it too at the same time because they then got off the first because her issue was she hadn't even kissed David yet. So she was surprised that her first kiss was with Jason. I was like, your first kiss was with Jason. His first kiss was with you. He kissed you. You didn't kiss him. Okay. And then when it was off the Ferris wheel, they was like packing up a little lunch stuff or whatever. He went in to kiss her a second time. I'm like, at that point in time, you're doing too much, bro. Keep your lips off that woman. That's not your lady. It isn't. And kissing her is not going to make her feel as if you are the one. It's just not. Now, what's some of these comments about that? Okay. Jason seems horny. They do not match, and she is just happy for attention. I don't fully agree with that. But I get what you're saying. I don't think she wants attention. I think she had to go on a date with somebody, and Jason was the next best thing besides David. So again, he's their own. Jason's fishing out, yes, he's fishing out of his league. Because he does not seem as grown of a man that Liz should be with. I don't think Liz wants a boy toy. And Jason gives me boy toy. Jason can definitely be a boy toy to some rich woman somewhere around here, and then that's what it is. I believe Jason will try Liz, even though he says he respects her decision to not have sex before marriage. I think any man will try to still get the cooch. It just depends on once they're turned on again if they will stick to that. Like, don't keep trying to get it at all. Yes, I went to Hudson Middle School. I did. Long time ago. Because I haven't been out of school. That was back in 90. Ooh. I went to high school in 96. So yeah, early 90s. I don't know. But yes, I did go to Hudson Middle School. Jason don't really have no strong contenders. He may be getting the boot next. Kyra likes him, but we shall see. The age difference isn't that bad. They would have gone to school around the same time, but yeah, he acts like he's in the 20s. He does, and it's a miss for me. Awkward kiss, I agree. It was very, very, but she didn't make him feel awkward. But I think she knew it was awkward. Jason Kiss and Liz caught me off guard. It came out of nowhere, truthfully, because they wasn't talking. They were just riding a little Ferris wheel, and he kissed her. I was like, okay, if you're gonna do that, that's fine. But again, that was it with their little date on a little Ferris wheel, riding around, and he, kissed on her mouth. Because he kissed her in the mouth. Okay, not the cheek, on the mouth. Okay, full mouth. Anyway, next date that we have was AJ and Kyra. And I was like, well, okay, look, they do like each other, but I do feel like she wants him to fix the bad date they had last time, and I feel like either let that shit go or move on. You know what I'm saying? But they had a date at like a little wine bar. It was like secluded or whatever. Right here, it was a nice date. But I feel like he ain't cooked. He just made a reservation for somewhere and got a room ready. To me, because she brought up how great the date was later on or whatever, but I feel like anybody can book a nice restaurant, you know what I'm saying, that the restaurant make look nice. He didn't make the table. He didn't make the food, okay? He booked the place. So don't act as if he went all out, okay, and built a restaurant just for you and then brought and he didn't do girl, it was simple, okay? Nice and elegant and thoughtful, yes. But I mean, he made a reservation. Okay. Anyway, but she brings about she likes Jason, but she does want to see what's up with AJ. Okay, and his bald head and his beards. So they play like Never Have I Ever, and then she asked like they both I think asked one question apiece. She asked if he's ever cheated. She then asked if he's been in love. Did they both ask? I don't know. Two questions was asked. Okay, have you cheated before and have you been in love? They both said yes to both. Okay. I don't like when grown adult people ask other people, have you cheated in the past? My question would be, are you currently a person who wants to seek, out other things that you're not happy? Okay, if we ain't doing good, would you think to go out and cheat? Okay, but I don't really care if in their past they have cheated because people can change a little bit, and I think no one has not ever cheated. So it's like it's a question. Well, like, of course they have, and if they say they haven't, I think you're lying. But again, that's neither here nor there. So and you don't think about being in love. I'm like, because he said I've been in love a lot of times. I'm like, well, has he been in love or has he just loved someone? Again, questions I would ask follow-up questions too. But she asked him if or why this past things not work out within the relationships. Not Jason superficial. Thank you. I was wondering if I missed something. Her action today was over top. I don't know what that means, but okay. Anyway, but again, she asked him why did his past boos not work out with him, and he was a bit honest. If you asked people, bringing up how he felt like, because she asked was it a communication issue. Now my thing was she asked him that based on her feelings if they have a communication issue, and he also brought up how I do believe that I tried my best to communicate what I wanted, but the question is, did I do it effectively? Because I may not have, and that could be the reason why things did not work out. But he says it's hard for him to trust the things that people say. I'm like, not you can't trust people. They say we can't trust what you say, because I think AJ is a fuck playboy. Okay, he is. Who is you? Look at him. If we did not know him and he was on a show where no one had to talk or speak, oh, look at him, balls, beard, skin. He looks like a tall, dark, handsome man that most women want. So again, because we have heard him talk, he's full of shit. But again, it's what it is. So she brings up how, okay, when we talk, okay, I feel like it's a time where the conversation goes nowhere because you veer off into something else, meaning you do not effectively communicate with me. So I'm assuming that would be a bad thing if we were to be together. I think she knows that. She knows it and she's bringing it up. But I feel like you just want him to lie to you and say, you know what, with you, girl, I'm going to be the best ever. Okay? I'm going to love you. Okay, Kyra, I'm going to love you all day. I will communicate better with you, girl. And I'm like, that ain't what he's going to do. When you know who he is, stop trying to make excuses for a reason to still be with him. If you know when y'all talk, he doesn't communicate well, then know that. Okay? He can't fix it overnight. I'm happy she brought it up. But I'm like, girl, you trying to make a reason for him to say, I can change this one thing and we'll be good, girl. And I can love you, girl. I was like, I don't, girl. It's dumb. Anyway, but he also admits that he has had bad communication in past relationships and so he knows this too. But I feel like she knows it. So what we doing here? What's going on? And but they still want to see what it is with each other. Okay, they still want to date each other or at least get to know one another. Fine, I don't care. But I'm like, you're fucking right. You are aware of that, right? Because you came here saying he was cheap. It was a horrible date. Okay, you now say how he has communication issues as well. So again, he ain't the one for you. Never has been. He looks great. Dick may be amazing, but again, that ain't who he is. Boom, pow, pow. Anyway, so I'm like, but she also told somehow he had stayed in her top three. I'm like, yo, top three? How? How? Yeah, she's trying to make fetch happen, and fetch ain't supposed to happen with AJ and Kyra. It's just not supposed to happen. And they look like they're having a good date or whatever, talking and whatnot. Okay, his suit jacket and Target t-shirt, fine. But again, I'm like, don't try to make fetch happen. It's not supposed to happen. Why can't you leave it be? Okay, why can't you leave it be? But let's move on to the next date that happened on here. Okay, on here. We see Renisha, who name I'm probably mispronouncing, but it's fine because I can't. They don't say her name enough for me to know how to pronounce it. She goes on a date with Dietrich first. Okay, Dietrich first. A store here in Michigan. Anyway, so first of all, she is gorgeous. I do feel like they don't show her enough. We don't see her enough. And with Dietrich first, I forgot he was on the show. I promise you, I forgot all of them. I'm like, what the fuck is Dietrich? I was like, oh, Dietrich first, okay. So again, they want a little date or whatever. And she brings up how, he sings real nice. Okay. He sings real nice. However, it's like you have to pull information out of him because he's quiet or whatever. So you have to ask him a whole bunch of questions. Dietrich first to me is an observer. He sits back and he observes stuff. He doesn't talk much. He rarely smiles, truth be told. I'm like, he don't seem fucking friendly. Sometimes he is cool and funny. Okay, he has these moments or whatever. And I was like, oh, he not that bad. But again, he don't talk much or whatever. So he brings up how he likes Renisha because, she seems like a great person. Like she's there for the right reasons. She's a goddess, okay? She's a whole goddess. I'm like, okay, he said we does not want to rest on how beautiful she is. Because again, she is gorgeous, okay? She's a whole gorgeous lady and whatnot, okay? So he asked her, like, okay, what's a typical day like you? Yeah, girl. What's a typical day like for you? Or whatever. And she's like, well, it's busy. I be busy doing this, doing that or whatever. I have to go working, kids, different rehearsals for this and for that. Just, life in general. And then, I run the errands or whatever. Like, okay, it's like, do you even have time for a relationship? And then she's like, well, yeah, because, I want one and you make time for what you want. I would make time for the man in my life. Okay. And I'm like, well, that's great. He asked her if she has expectations. And she said, well, yeah, I expect for, you to be a leader, head of the household or whatever, and be the man of the relationship. He thinks that we know there's different levels to being a man. Like some people feel as if a man has to pay all the bills, but also cook, clean, and do. And I'm like, here we go, that bullshit. Meaning, if I'm paying bills, I should not have to do anything else, or vice versa, whatever. But some people feel as if men should do it all: cook, clean, pay bills, and be the man and the woman of the house. She's like, well, no, like I've always been the person to, take care of me and my kids by myself. But I do feel like I don't need anyone to pay all my bills. However, I do want someone who would help take up some of the slack off me. I think anyone in a relationship that's going towards marriage, you would want the other person to help you here and there. Okay, not fully pay for everything, okay, but there should be a joint collaboration on what we're doing together, especially if we live together. Okay, I get it with in two separate houses. Okay, don't pay my bills, but again, if we live together, we should be sharing what's going on with bills and this whatever's going on. And I think that's what she meant. Because she do seem like, she doesn't want someone to come in and save her. She do seem like she wants a partner. Okay. And I'm like, I think that may be true. Yeah, I like Renisha. I can't say her name right. I like her. And when he brought up how, I'm trying to learn the leadership role that you play. Like, I'm trying to see what that is or whatever. He like, well, you're a tough person. I'm like, what the fuck you mean you're tough? She don't seem tough. And you seem tough to make me nervous. I'm like, nervous? What you nervous for? Oh, Dietrich first? I'm like, what are you talking about? And I realized that Dietrich first is used to women who are timid, who need him in some way or whatever. And so he feel like she don't need him. She's not chasing him. She's not feeding him to how quiet he is. And for him, that means she's very, very strong. So he has to step his game up to be with her. He don't want to do that. That's what makes him nervous, because he know I can't be what she needs me to be. Okay, because she isn't out here needing me to come save her or fix her, and I can't even really maybe equally match with her on her level. Is what I think it was or whatever. So I love how it's like, well, no, I'm not tough. Don't be nervous, or whatever. I have zero tolerance or whatever, and I don't allow people to do just anything to me. To me, that does not mean she's tough. That means she has common sense. She's not for no bullshit. And to label her tough or that she makes you nervous, to me means that you just a little bit pussy. Just a little bit pussy, whatever. So I love how she also brought up how I don't want a man who gets nervous around me. I don't want that, because if I have to lead my man, that defeats the purpose of me having a man. And I was like, girl, let it be known. Yes, okay. Dietrich first out here. You are not man enough for her. Because again, who wants to have to lead a man? If I would date a woman. Okay, I'll be a lesbian. Anyway, we then see all the ladies meet up to chat about what happened this week. We got one side of the fence. Okay, we see Amber, Alexis, and Liz. I don't know why Liz and her look sometimes be like, girl, is it a costume? What is these? She be having feathers and rough. I'm like, it be too much. And then the other side is Chrysanthemum, Renisha, and then Alexis. No, it's not Alexis. Kyra. I love the hair that she has right here, Kyra. The wave. It was the wave and stuff. I like it. Okay, little curl, little flip. Okay, little niceness or whatever. But they sit around chit chatting, and they kind of bring up their dates. Alexis talks about her date with Ronald and says that it was a good date with magical chemistry. I said magical, like Lucky Charms. Okay. If you say so. So, boom. Okay. But it was a magical date or whatever. He was affectionate. It was everything. I was like, okay. Which made Chris feel some kind of way, because again, for Chris, like, I don't care what they're, I'm his top. I don't care. I'm like, he's told you that you're not his top. You can see with your own eyes how he is more there for Alexis or whatever. But do you Chrysanthemum? Amber brings up her date with Joelle was nice. That he kissed on the cheek, and she kissed the back of the cheek at the end of the day. That makes Renisha feel some kind of way. I'm a little offended or whatever, because again, that hurt my feelings, because I think he just I'm like, she said he disregarded my feelings. I think she what she said, but I'm like, how? Like, they were supposed to have fun. So, but I get why she felt that way, because for her, he's only made her feel like she was his number one. So why you out here with Amber doing cheek kisses? Okay, I don't like that. So we then see Kyra brings up her date with AJ, and how it was the most romantic date ever. Okay, it was amazing. It was I loved it. Okay, it was fucking amazing. I'm like, girl, stop. No, don't do that or whatever. And Tommy said, well, did he pay for the date? I said, yeah, did he? Did he pay for the date this time? She says yes. It was yes. Okay, and now him and Jason are my top two. Again, Kyra, I would prefer her with Jason, because I do feel like the one date we seen them go on, they did have a connection, okay, and I liked it. I feel like she's forcing this thing with AJ because she just knows him from back in the day. Yeah, I don't know why, honey. Why is it a big deal? it's really not. Liz brings up how she had a beautiful date with Jason. I was like, beautiful. Okay, you say so. And she said he kissed me he kissed me on a Ferris wheel, and the kiss was nice or whatever. And she does see him in a different light, which made Kyra, it's fine, because I'm competitive. That's my man. I'm gonna get him. I'm like, okay, fan too. I don't care. Now, who they do not like? Okay, they do not like Dietrich per Renisha, Liz, and Kyra. They don't like Chris with a K per Chrysanthemum, Kyra, and Alexis. Now AJ, per Amber, it's like, he's being charming, he's playing a game or whatever. He's playing a game to get what he can get, and that he relies on his good looks. Now when she said that made Kyra, wait a minute, hold on. Honey, Amber, look, y'all spoke on Chris, let me speak on AJ. And I was like, yes, let them know. Because again, she's reading him for who he is. And Kyra knows that, and she doesn't want other people to know. She wants to have two people on her list. I got Jason, I got AJ, so that way I at least will leave with someone. But we all know AJ is a playboy. He's a whole fuck playboy. Okay, that's what it is. Anyway, so from that, Renisha and Liz both also say AJ too. I'm like, oh, okay. Then Alexis, AJ, yes, AJ. So all the way now it's like, okay, AJ is on some bullshit. So that makes Kyra scared. I'm like, how you scared? Because Jason is still there. So we then see the bottom two people, okay, which is AJ and Dietrich first. Okay. And we see Alexis and Kyra meet with them. Now, when Kyra meets with Dietrich first, you were saying she brings up how, he say how he's still trying to figure out who's being authentic or not. I'm like, it is too far into this program for you to be still trying to figure out who's real or fake. You should have someone who you know is real. To me, he wasn't doing enough. He wasn't doing enough at all or whatever. So I'm like, it's too late to be figuring out who's real and who's fake. So she lets him know, Kyra does, like, look, we feel like you're not, being open. Okay. They can't even tell if you like them or not because he doesn't smile. He barely gives compliments. Like he just like, what was he doing the whole time? I think anyone he has sent home should have to come back because he wasn't even doing work. He wasn't doing shit. Not at the all. Now with Alexis and AJ, where's the picture at? Because it was like a woman right here. She there to tell that man, you on some bullshit. We don't like you. All the women have you in their bottom too, or bottom. And, he like getting all touchy. Like, look, why? This is elimination time. Why is you touchy-feely on this man? Why are you in this man's lap? The fact that when she brought up how we got to talk, he then put her in close and put her on his lap. And then she allowed it, okay, and forgot where she was. I was like, see, this proves Amber's point. He is playing the game because the last time you said Alexis was too aggressive, but now you put her into you. Why? Why? You give off sexual chemistry, energy, and dick powers to Alexis, but you act like she be too much when she's around you. No, she feeds into what you give her, okay? But luckily, she gets back on track and goes back to her seats, okay? Let me get this man lap and do what I'm supposed to do. So, she's focused now, whatever. She, everyone that has at the bottom or whatever, even me, because you give our Playboy vibes, you give the same sexual vibes to everybody. So all the women or whatever, we don't like it, okay? And so between them two, now we know who going home. Dietrich first. It's told, the ladies feel like you are just not ready to love right now. And he didn't have a connection with anyone. Not anyone. Okay? Take your ass home. And what I can appreciate was he made it seem like, I'm going to go home and take some time or whatever to figure myself out because I need to move different. I should have maybe put myself out there more. You should have. How you on a date until you're nervous? How? The women are already picked for you. How? They pick 10 women to date you and vice versa. Put your flagpole on someone's shoulder and see if they bite, okay? But again, now Alexis tells Ada, you're not going home, but you're on some bullshit, whatever. Fix it. Get your shit together, okay? Because you got to be here or go home. Okay, good, because I want to go home. No one wants to go home, but you should have. I don't know who will go home next. I do think Dietrich was the right person to go home this time. And I also feel as if, because next week a woman has to go home. It's going to probably be Chrysanthemum. Truth be told, it's going to be between Riley Chrysanthemum and who else? Between Chrysanthemum, probably just her, because no one else to me is like trying to figure out who they need to be with. Because Amber has a connection with, well, it won't be Amber. Maybe it's going to be Amber. Because Amber's main connection is with Chris, with a K. So I don't know. But again, I'm happy with the episodes. It's still entertaining. Okay, I like it and stuff. But again, I still feel like AJ is a fuck boy, so he should be the next guy to go home. The couples left going to be probably David and Liz. I hope it's Chris and Amber. And then who else? Let me see, because I'll be forgetting who people be. Where's my rich love people? It could be Alexis and Ronald because they act like oh no, Joelle and Renisha, Liz and David, and hopefully Chris and Amber, or it may be Kyra and Jason. Those are my ideas of who it would be, but I do hope Renisha and Joelle make it. Okay, so we shall see. Anyway, that's all I have. I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to be live at like 10:45 for Married to Medicine because there's no more Real Housewives. I may go live for Johnson's Cabaret today at 9 something. I may. So check back to see if it is. But have a great weekend. Well, the rest of y'all weekend, y'all, because it's Sunday. Have a great week next week too. And I will talk to y'all. Let y'all know my advice every time. I tell every time. Do not send your cooch via text. If he wants it, he will come and get it from you. Okay, gotta go. Peace.